Okay, so question 3 in lesson 1.3 is talking about peaks and skewness. So I have some examples down here. So I'll start off with this one. Now, if you notice, it has 2 humps. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so we got 2 humps right there. And so these are our peaks, and these are the skewness. Okay, so if you notice, we have no peaks, unimodal, bimodal, and trimodal. Okay, now if you think back on stuff we've learned earlier, uni means 1, bi means 2, and tri means 3. So if you could take it, whoops, that's not what I wanted. So if you could take a quick guess that, ooh, that's cool. Okay, you know what, I'm just going to draw lines. That this one would be bimodal because it has 2 of the humps. Okay? So if we move to the one under it, okay, this one, you notice that it has 1 hump right there. And so, going back to up here, we have unimodal, bimodal, and trimodal. And if you take a guess, you'd probably guess that it's unimodal. Alright? And then, let's see, moving to this one right here. This one has 3 humps right there, and right there. And if you would take a look back up here, you'd know that trimodal would be the best fit for this one because it has 3 of the humps. Okay, and then this one right here, as you could guess, would be bimodal as well. Okay, now I realize I have a lot of lines on here, so this might not make sense. Okay, so I'll just erase some of this. Alright, so, oh, that's cool, it's only erasing. That's neat. I need an iPad so bad. Okay, so now that we've got the peaks out of the way, we'll move on to the skewness. Okay, that's really convenient that that does that. Awesome sauce. Alright, here we go. Okay, now we can figure out this one because this one doesn't have any skewness. Now, this one right here, this was the unimodal, okay, and let me fix this. Okay, just pretend that line goes a lot farther to the left. Okay, so this one was unimodal, but it's also one of these. Okay, so we have strongly skewed left and moderately skewed left. And strongly skewed left is where we have a tail going really far to the left, like that. Okay, and so this one that I've circled a bunch of times, is strongly skewed left. Okay, once again, because the tail goes way far to the left. Okay, man, this eraser is really awesome. Okay, moving on. Now the one under it, this one, was unimodal, because it has 1 hump, but then it also is skewed left. Okay, so this one would be moderately skewed left. This one right there, because the one above it had a much longer tail, but this one, the tail isn't as long, and it's, going to the left. Okay, so these are pretty easy to understand, and of course you can always ask Mr. Petton if this doesn't make any sense, because I'm not a very good teacher. That's why I'm not doing this. Anyway, so now we'll move up to this one up top. Now this one, you might be saying, oh no, it's not, doesn't have a tail going to the left. All right, oh no, what are we going to do? The world's coming to an end. Okay, well, this one is symmetrical right there, because this side is exactly the same as that side. I know, mind blown. So yeah, that one's pretty self-explanatory. Symmetrical, right down the middle. Same. Ooh. Winning. Okay, so I don't have constant on here. So constant would just be a line like that. You know, if you're to cut the middle, everything on this side is exactly the same distance to everything on this side, or from the middle, I mean. All right. Let's see. Now what? Now we have this one. Woohoo. Okay. Now, if you were to take a guess, you'd probably see that this one is strongly skewed right, because the tail on this graph goes way far to the right, like that. Okay, so this one is strongly skewed right. Okay, now this one we were talking about earlier was bimodal, because it has the two humps. And now this one isn't really skewed anywhere because it doesn't have a tail going super far in any direction. Okay, now this one up top, you know, it's pretty obvious that this one is strongly skewed left because of the tail that goes all the way to the left. Okay, and the one under it, oh sorry, and this one up top is also unimodal because it has one bump. Okay, and then the one under it is also unimodal because it has one hump. Okay, and so the one under it doesn't have any skewness to it, and so that one is just trimodal. And that concludes question number 3 in lesson 1.3.